All right, friends, Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos.
Shalom.
This first Shabbos of 2025 should be better than 2024. Then 2024 should have been better than 2023. Every year we should improve. We should improve. But it's a great night out there. I love this weather. If it ever got warmer than this, I would be happy. But Elizabeth, just so you know, we're past the winter solstice, so the days are getting longer. So your summer is on the way. I think I'll hibernate during the summer, but days are too long. Days are too long. Sam and James, would you bench lift for us this evening?
Oh, goodness.
He keeps looking more and more like Dr. Heschel. I have to start calling you Dr. Heschel. I apologize, but there are worse people to be.
Dr. Heschel is perfect.
Page 3.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahalik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you, John. You're welcome. All right, let's continue. We'll have a responsive reading. On page 6. Page 6. May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship.
May
May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May the synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
All right, we're going to jump ahead. Page 20, a song, a poem, but then it became a song, from Shlomo Levi Alkabetz, from the mystical and holy city of Sfat in the north, in the Galil, one of the best places in Israel. It's a mix of the modern and the ancient, as just about everything in Israel is, except for Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is all the modern. Top of page 20, Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nitkabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nitkabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem tiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nitkabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor ha'bracha, Merosh mikedem nehesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nitkabela. Mikdah hashpelech ir melucha, Kumi tzihi mitoch afecha, Rav la'ach shemet v'yemech havacha, V'hu yachamol alai chemla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nitkabela. Itna ari me'afar kumi, Lishi b'dei tifartei chambi, Al Yad Ben Ishai Beit HaLachmi Korva El Nafshi Ye'ala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekavela Itorri Kiva Ore Kumi Uri Shir Daveri Kivod Adonai Alai Chenekla Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekavela Lo Tevoshi V'lo Tikomi Mahatish Tochachi Matehemi Bach Yechesu Marie Ami V'ni Netair Al Tila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekavela V'hayu L'shimsa Shosai V'rahacha Kukom Bevalayich Yasis Alayich Elohayich Ki Sos Chatan Al Kala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekavela Yamin Usmol Tifrotzi V'et Adonai Taharitzi Al Yaharish Behen Partzi V'ni Smecha V'nagila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekavela Bohi B'shalom Ateret Bala Gam B'simcha Uvsola Toch Emunei Am Segula Bohi Chala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekavela. Page 22. Some verses from Psalm 92, the psalm designated for Shabbat. Let's read the outdented paragraph together in English. A song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have glad me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai! How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. Tzadik katamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yiskeh shetulim beveit Adonai vechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu Ojenu v'seva v'shenim v'ra'ananim yihiyu lehaki ki ashar Adonai zuri v'lo avlatavo. Page 24, according to the rabbis, every Shabbat, 2 angels accompany us from Shul and go home with us. And it's part of that double dip of Shabbat. Everything is doubled. We have 2 chalot, we have 2 neshamot, and we have 2 malachim who come home with us. Page 24, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Mihi Melech, Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu ni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mihi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Zeitchem l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mihi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. We have welcomed the Shabbat. The Shabbos bride is here with us. Page 146. I'll ask everyone please rise. Baruch hu. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. May be seated. Page 147. Let's read these paragraphs together. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish. But your sovereignty adores. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding word. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. 148, let's read responsively in the English. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are addressed by the world.
In each age we are challenged by our ancient teachings. At each moment we stand face to face with truth.
In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age children of Torah become builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
V'ahavat techal tasir mimenu li'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlektecha b'derech uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha uchtaftam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai Vitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Page 151, let's read responsively in the English. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
Yet that oneness of the great grasp is imperfection and evil bound.
Before our eyes, there's a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
We grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learned God's presence redeems time and event, so we celebrate this power that makes for freedom.
Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nohova tehilot o sefer malchutecha ra'u banecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe Zeili anu v'amru Adonai yimloch li'olam va'ed v'ne'emar ki fadad Adonai et Yaakov u'galom yad chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai ga'al Yisrael. Top two lines of Hashkivenu, the last bracha of the Shema. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. And let's read together in English. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, Porei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Amo Yisrael, V'al Yerushalayim. Page 154, some verses from the book of Exodus. Vishamru, and without it, it's not Shabbat. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Page 155, please rise. The Amidah. Adonai sifatai tikach uviagi tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tikach uviagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Hanora El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Goel Yivnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo B'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim Eitim Atarav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayim Eitim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunato, Lishen Dei Afar, Nichamocha Ba'al Givurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Mimihi, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata l'chayot meitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh al-meitim. Let's turn to page 160 and let's read this paragraph together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, v'kadesh ha-shabbat. 163, a little bit of hoda'ah, a little bit of thanksgiving. Let's read responsively. For the good in us which calls us to a better life, we give thanks.
For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise.
For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful.
For life and nature, harmony, beauty, the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being.
We close out every Amidah with a plea for peace. In the evening, it is Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, Lechol ha-shalom, Ki atahu melech adon, Lechol ha-shalom. Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Liolam V'tov Benecha Levarech Et Amcha Yisrael B'chol Leitu B'chol Sha'ah Bishlomecha Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam. Praise you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevorech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom. Skip ahead to 253, page 253. One of our many prayers for healing. This one is Misha Berach. Misha Berach, middle of 253. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mikor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Pages 258 and 259, 258 and 259, prayers of our community. And Maury, we're going to ask you to do the prayer for our congregation.
Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us: love of Torah, devotion and prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy.
Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levatcha v'yira na'avod. Elizabeth, how about the prayer for our country?
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion and help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be saved from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit.
Amen. Shalom, shalom, Yerushalayim, Yishlayu Hovayich. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Avinu Shabashmayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Goalo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reishit Tzmichat Ulatenu. Again Aleha de'evrat chastecha, Ufros Aleha Sukat Shlomecha, Ushlach Orcha V'amitecha L'rasheha Sareha V'yotzeha. V'tatneim be'etzah tova milfanecha, v'natata shalom ba'aretz, v'simchat olam liyoshveha, v'nomar amen. David, how about in English for that?
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there.
Amen.
All right, friends, Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos. What, you guys all lost your voice?
Good job.
There we go. There we go.
Diva.
Yeah. Who said that?
David.
Yeah.
What was that? The show Beretta? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
I call her Diva.
And yes, I am. This week's Torah portion is Vayigash. It's one of the most interesting that I feel in the book of Genesis. We're winding down the story of Yosef. And last week we had a bit of a cliffhanger that Yosef released the brothers and said that he was going to keep Benjamin while the brothers went back to their father. And this week, that's where the parsha cut off. This week, the brothers didn't leave, but Yehuda, one of the elder brothers, approaches Yosef to confront him. We call this chutzpah. We call this, standing up for yourself, because Yosef, next to Pharaoh, is the one in charge, and Yehuda doesn't care. They still don't know it's Yosef. And Yehuda speaks, according to Rashi, harshly towards Yosef and says they can't return home without Benjamin, as it will kill their elderly father. And he offers himself up in place of his youngest brother. And Yosef is moved by this. And he sends all of the attendants away. And he looks at his brothers and says, Ani Yosef. I am Yosef. Ha'od Avi Chai? Is my father really still alive? And the Torah recounts that he weeps so loudly that they hear him throughout the house and on the street. The brothers are literally gobsmacked, and they're afraid. Yosef sends them, telling them to bring back his entire family. Go collect everyone and bring them back. Pharaoh, at the idea of getting Jacob, who is probably very well known and very rich, Pharaoh is very pleased by this and offers them, the Yaakov and everyone who's going to be coming down, some of the best land in Egypt. The brothers return home and report to Yaakov that contrary to what they told him decades ago, Yosef is still alive. On the way to Mitzrayim, Yaakov has an encounter with God at Be'er Sheva. And God promises to be with him in Mitzrayim, and once again reiterates the promise that Yaakov's people, Israel's people, will become a great nation. When they arrive, Yosef tells them that, the one thing I didn't tell you before you left was that the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians, really don't like shepherds. He never tells us why, but I can imagine they probably smell like goats or sheep or whatever, and the Egyptians don't want to have any of that. So Yosef arranges for them to get land in Goshen, the land of Goshen. And Yosef cares for them. Yosef makes sure that everyone leaves them alone, and they increase in wealth, and they increase in numbers. And in a couple of weeks, we'll see how that works out for them. The famine worsens, and people have no money. And Yosef comes up with a plan that, for you capitalists out there, this is, how you should do it. If you're a socialist like me, this is not necessarily the best way to keep the people happy and fed. But Yosef's plan is that the farmers trade. I lost myself. Wow, I can't even read my handwriting this week. It's that bad. They trade livestock. They trade their livestock for food. Right? When the livestock is gone, then they trade their land for food. And then when the land is gone, at harvest time, they pay Pharaoh 1/5 of the produce, and then they get to keep the other 4/5, which I guess sounds good, but it really isn't. Because at the end, you will wind up with nothing except the 4/5 of the harvest that Pharaoh allows you to have. There are no mitzvot in this week's Parsha, thank goodness. And that's your Torah portion in a nutshell. Yosef. Last couple of months, since the summer. So it's been a while. I've taken a bit of a break from the news and social media. I couldn't handle it. Everything was negative. People were at each other's throats. Even the nice social media places, if you could find them, they were arguing, and I had just had enough. And it was a great break, but recently I went back, and I wish I hadn't. The vitriol is still there, but now at times it seems like it's times 10. Washington is a mess. And the whole thing, watching the news or going online, is like watching an accident, watching a disaster. You know you shouldn't be watching it, but you can't pull yourself away. Germans have a word for it. Only the Germans could come up with a word for it. Schadenfreude. Right? Schadenfreude, suffering enjoyment. Taking pleasure at your enemy's misfortune. I don't know. I mean, I'm guilty of it sometimes. I really am. A little bit of schadenfreude. When you see somebody who is due for a fall, when they finally get that fall, when karma finally catches up with them, it's sometimes a pleasure to watch. But then I realize that I've got my own karmic debt that I have to pay, and I wonder who's watching me when I'm having a bad day, reveling in the fact that, yeah, he deserves that. Glad it's not me. What you put out into the world returns. So as I've been reading and watching and looking at the news, Pops has been on my mind. Now, we just had his yard site a couple of weeks ago, but he's never really off my mind. And he would have had a solution to Washington. He would have gone there. He would have gone into the House or into the Senate. He would have stood on the floor and he would have whistled to get everybody's attention. Pops had a very shrill whistle that could be heard just about across town. I say just about because I knew how far I could go before he would say, "Why didn't you hear me whistle?" He would whistle, he would get everybody's attention, and he would stand up front and just say, "Be nice. Be nice." That's what he would say. But then that's not all he would do. Because after he said be nice, after he had everybody's attention, he would go around the room talking to the people and asking them why they weren't nice. Then what was going on? Why were they attacking each other? Why couldn't they just civilly discuss things? Because nice is how we should interact with people. All people, whether we really like them or not. When Pops was a realist, he knew that not everybody was going to like everyone. That's okay, right? We're going to disagree. Sometimes the disagreements get a little personal, but the idea is that we don't have to like each other, and it's okay to disagree. That's something that we have lost. This idea that if I disagree with you, I am somehow evil. I am somehow bad. Pops would not have stood for that, because you can disagree. because that's how things get done. That's how things get changed. If everybody said to you, oh yes, that's the most brilliant idea I've ever heard. Yes, you should take that block of sodium and drop it into your swimming pool and then jump in. No, that is probably one of the dumbest things that you could do. But in this world, if somebody wants to do that, they expect, well, why don't you agree with me? Well, because I know science. And if you drop a block of sodium into a swimming pool, it's not going to end well for you or the swimming pool. And so we have to agree. But Pop says it's all right. You don't have to disagree. You can disagree, but you have to be nice about it. Pop's taught nice means that we are checking our egos and tabling our sense of importance. He's been dead 14 years, and I can only imagine what he would be doing if he were alive today. I think he would be driven to distraction. The fact that nobody talks, everybody yells. If you disagree, it becomes more of a personal attack. I think he would exhaust himself trying to get everybody to be nice. Nice, according to Pops, is in the spirit of we are in this together and we need to work alongside each other or it's only going to deteriorate and we only have ourselves to blame. We have lost that ability to be nice. Watch Washington. If you disagree with a Democrat, you'll be vilified. If you disagree with a Republican, you'll be vilified. If you disagree with whatever president is seated on Pennsylvania Avenue, you're going to be vilified. Simply because, oh no, everybody's perfect. And if you disagree, there's a problem. And the problem is with you, not with anything else. I think part of the problem with our inability to be nice is that we feel this pressure that we have to win. We have to get what we want. We have to have it our ways. We have to be the focus of everybody's attention. And we have this fear of looking weak. We have this fear of if we're nice to somebody, that it's a sign of weakness. And I don't believe that. My father was not a big man, but I wouldn't want to tussle with him. But he wasn't afraid of being nice. He wasn't afraid of many people. But, being nice doesn't make us look weak. Actually, it's the opposite. It makes us look strong. Pops taught, attack the ideas, not the people. All right? If somebody says something bone-numbingly stupid, you can call it out and say, it's bone-numbingly stupid. You don't say, you're bone-numbingly stupid. How do you get up in the morning? Who puts your shoes on? How do you put a belt on? That's not how you change people's minds. That's not how you change people's ideas. But you talk about the ideas and not necessarily the people. He understood that being nice, especially with me, was an uphill battle. But he found that being nice was contagious. I used to watch him when he would go to dinners, and I would go, and he would sit at the table, and then as people were walking by, he would say, if you don't have anything nice to say, come sit here with me. And people thinking that they would be up for a gab fest or be able to wag their chins, they would sit expecting my father to come out with a great gossip or to, and then he would sit around and he would not let anybody say something that was not nice. He made them all listen to nice stories or got them to all say nice things. It was a ruse. My father was a great trickster. Come sit with me if you don't have anything good to say, because I'm not going to let you say it. It was contagious. It had a ripple effect. The people then who sat at that table at that dinner would then go to the next dinner, and they would sit at a table, and you would hear that they weren't not speaking nastily about other people. It was wonderful. I liked it. And you might not know the impact that you have if you just sit and be nice. Pops would always tell me to be nice. My grandmother too, although she said it in German, she said, "Sei nett," be nice. So I think that's where he came up with it. But I was double teamed often. Nan would say, "Sei nett," Pops would say, "Be nice." And I would say to Pops, "Why? These other people aren't nice." And I thought I had them. Because I could demonstrate, these people are nice. These bullies were not nice. Those people were not nice. And Pop said, "Doesn't matter. That's okay. Because we are. We're nice. And that's what's important." That's our new slogan. Be nice. Just do it. Just do it. No. Just be nice. We need it more than ever. We just left Hanukkah with its light, and we've got to find a way to take that light into the darkest part of the year. We just have to be nice. Even Patrick Swayze listened to my dad, although I doubt he knew my dad. In the movie Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze says, "Be nice." And when he was a bouncer in the movie Roadhouse, and somebody says to him, "Well, when do we stop being nice?" He says, "Don't worry, I'll tell you." And it was like it was with Pops. Just be nice. And my wish on this first Shabbat of the new secular year is that we all find time this Shabbat to just be nice to each other. And that may others see our example and in fact follow us and be nice. Shabbat Shalom to the Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom.
Maury,
Kadoosh.
Kiddush time. I don't know what, Maury, I don't know what I would do without you if you weren't here. Probably not have Kiddush. Vayehi erev vayivoker yom hashishi. Vayachulu hashamayim b'haaretz v'chol tzivam. Vayachol Elohim bayom hashvi melachto asher asa. Vayishbot bayom hashvi mikol melachto asher asa. Vayavarech Elohim et yom hashvi vayikadesh oto. Kivo Shabbat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh bereshit, kihu yom techilah Lamikrai Kodesh, Zecher Letziat Mitzrayim, Givanu Bacharta, Viotanu Kidashta, Mikol Ha'amim, V'Shabbat Kodshecha, V'Ahava Uvratzon, in Chaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Can't have grape juice. Wow. Page 282, please remain standing. The ark will open. The ark will be open, and we'll begin our concluding part of the service. Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tei kedula liotzer b'shit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'ratzot, v'lo samhanu k'mishpachot ha'adam, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gohor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz, ומשה ביקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, אלוהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו בהוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת עינו. כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. You may be seated. This week we observe Shloshim for Barbara Ann Glick Shapiro, Billy's sister, Brenda's sister-in-law, and David's cousin. This week we observe the following yahrzeits: Orrin William Smith Jr., James Morris Smith's father; Sadie Fetter, mother of Henry, Simon, Herman, Noah, Charlie, and Edith; Morton Turetsky, Tori Witcher's stepfather; Morris Booz, Rose's husband; Philip Moses Hartz, Maury's great uncle; Helen Lipfeld Siegel, Alan's mother; Dr. Craig Monroe, Allison's husband; Harold Stout, Suzanne Hartz's father; Marie Levinson Bachman, Frida Kagan's sister; Harry Topolowski, Jason Solov's grandfather; Barbara Poland Kaplan, Mayor and Mina's daughter, sister of Ron, Joan Weisberg's cousin; Vivian Horn, Joe Horn's wife, mother of Sarah, Steve, Amy, Francie, and Lisa. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May their memories be a blessing to us all, and may they always rest in peace. Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, v'almad yivrach yirutei v'yamlik malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei d'vo beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kari v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mivarach l'olam l'omel maya, v'yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei t'kudusha richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiram ba'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu Val Kol Yisrael, V'yimru Amen. May be seated. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. After the last couple of weeks, I don't think there's much happening this week. I really don't. So, but tomorrow we have services at 10. We have services Sunday morning at 9. At 1, we'll continue our Hebrew. We're moving through the book 2, we're reviewing, and I think it's catching on. And then at 2, we'll jump back into the Siddur. Last week we opened up and looked at the form of the afternoon service, and we looked at Ashrei and found out, I think, some interesting things about Ashrei. But this week and for the next 2 or so weeks, we're going to be focusing on the weekday Amidah. All right, now we don't say the weekday Amidah here. but the opening blessings and the closing blessings are the same on Shabbat, and the choreography is the same, whether it's on Shabbat, whether it's on a weekday, or whether it's on a Yontif. So there'll be a lot of discussion there on Sunday afternoon, and that's Sunday afternoon at 2. I don't think there are any meetings this week. There are no holidays. So it's going to be a peaceful week, I hope.
Brenda's birthday.
Brenda's birthday.
That's next.
Yeah, this coming week.
A January baby. Well, we're going to have birthday and anniversary Shabbat. You'll come and you'll get your candy bar.
Didn't have one in December.
You needed more food. You needed more
No,
sweets in
that's my
December.
birthday.
Brenda gets 2 now.
We missed the last 2 December.
And yet when my birthday is during the high holidays, no one ever seems to say, oh, poor Rabbi, this year's birthday's on Rosh Hashanah. Oh, his 40th birthday was on Yom Kippur. Oh, nobody worries about that.
You don't know when your birthday is, you won't tell us.
It's kind of tough not to be able to figure out at least the month,
September.
But
16th.
no,
That's a guess.
that's a guess and it's wrong. But we're going,
15th.
there's 30 days. You gonna go through all of them?
20th.
Nope. Okay, so David, we are going to have the birthday and anniversary Shabbat in January for December as well, because we don't want you to think that we don't love you and that you're not going to get a candy bar, but we're going to get your candy bar to Brenda. So
That's fine. She'll read it.
but we're gonna have that coming up maybe next week, because it'll be the second week. Maybe it'll be next week. But that's it, and then we'll be back here next Friday, next Shabbat, next Sunday. So nothing happening this week, but there's still things to do around here. All right, let's close out with Adon Olam, page 321. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'nasa B'chefsa Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'Acharei Lo Takol Levado Im Lo Noga Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yeh B'Tifara Vehu Echad V'Ein Sheni Laham Shelo Lahach Bira V'Li Reshit V'Li Tachlit V'Lo Ha'oz V'Hamisra Vehu Eli V'Chai Goali V'Tzur Hedli V'Eitzara Vehu Nisi Umnanosli V'Nakosi B'Yom Ekra B'Yahado Avkid Ruchi V'Tishan Di'ayira V'Imruchi Gviati Adonai Li V'Lo Yirah. We have a new supply of the Say No to Hate pins, the blue pins with the hashtag. Please take some, give them out. We need lots of people working for peace. David, when is your birthday?
December 27th.
December 27th. Okay, because I was going to say, it's not on Christmas, is it?
No.
Mine's the day before.
I know.
24th? Yeah. Happy birthday.
All right, let's see who is saying hello to us on the intertubes, because there are people saying hello to us on the intertubes. David Johnson says, Shabbat Shalom. Say hi to Mom. Mom, hi. There's Mom. Shabbat Shalom to all from Rabbi's mom and Cliff from very cold and snowy PA. Stay warm and safe. Hello to David J. Okay. Donna Wilson says, Shabbat Shalom to all who braved the cold. It's not that cold. And Shabbat Shalom to all who didn't make it. Stay warm and safe. Thank you, Donna. Same to you. Taylor says, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Taylor. Same to you. Donnell Horn, Shabbat Shalom. Keep warm. Am I missing something out there? Am I really missing something out there? Because it's not that I don't feel that cold. And then, here's Mom again. Very great message at this time in all our lives. Have not heard a whistle like his yet. No, I haven't. All right. Want to say welcome back to Bella. Bella's back visiting from the city of brotherly love and sisterly love too, Philadelphia. And all right, friends, I guess stay warm, but I want to wish everybody all Shabbat Shalom, a good Shabbos, and please be careful out there.
I know.